fit in that bag and be tied up in it. And there'd be room for more probably. This is one of those times where you realise just how many books you genuinely own. I found 2 more bags for life, but the size of this bag for life, this is like a bag for life that has been exposed to radioactive emissions and is just like gigantic. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and hello if you're new here. Thank you so much for joining. So today's mammoth task is, I don't know if you can kind of see a little bit in the background, my bookshelves are completely empty. I am putting about 600 books that I own. I'm restarting my whole entire home library, and I'm completely dreading it because I've just counted how many boxes there are. There's 11 boxes, and then there's got to be like 3 more bags for life. So all of the books need to go onto these shelves behind me. There's a couple of books on there at the minute because some of them, I'm reading Zodiac Academy at the moment, so I got that series out plus a couple of other books that were just in that bag. But yes, my bookshelves are completely empty. So if you're new to my channel, you won't know this, but I'm currently, well, I'm not in the process of moving anymore. I have moved. From Sussex originally, I moved to Nottingham, and then now I've moved back home. So in my old room, just to give you some kind of idea of what we're trying to work with here, in my old room, in my old house, I literally had a room dedicated for my books. I had my own library room, but now I'm trying to fit this all into my bedroom. So these bookshelves that I've got behind me, which I will show you guys in a bit more detail in a moment, and I'll also have the links down below for where I got them, because I know people are probably going to ask me. They're from Amazon, and the link will be down below. But these bookshelves, I had 3 of them in a row in my previous house. In this room, I'm only able to get 2 of them in. However, from where I lived here before, I have these built-in wardrobes. I will show you all of this in just a second, and it's in 3 sections, and the first 2 sides are wardrobe space. The last section is a built-in bookshelf from where I used to, obviously, I've always been into reading, always been an avid reader, and that's where I used to keep all of my books before. But you know, that was 7 years ago, and we have gained 7 years worth of books since then, which is a hell of a lot of books. So I've got essentially the same shelf space, but I was still running out of space anyway, so I don't really know how we're going to do this, but yeah, I've got some kind of method to the madness. So I want to put all of my out-of-print books, special edition books, everything on the top sort of rows, because I've obviously got a husky coder, which you may have seen in some of my vlogs. The last thing I need is for him to walk into my room and pinch a book off the bottom row of the shelves that I can't get anymore and chew it to pieces. So I'm going to put all those sorts of books on the top 2 shelves, anything else potentially behind the sliding wardrobe door. But aside from that, I don't really know where I'm going with this. This is going to be a complete reorganisation of all of the books that I own. It's probably going to take me hours, so I have no idea how long this vlog is going to be, so you may need to get some food, a cup of tea, a coffee, whatever it is that you prefer. We might be here for a while. So let me show you guys what the shelf situation is and the space that I've got to work with at the moment. So these are the bookshelves. Ignore that bottle of wine. Clearly moving house was extremely stressful. But these are the bookshelves that I've got. So I did used to have 3 of them in a row. Now I've just got the 2 of them here. So I need to fill those up. And then behind this wardrobe here, which sort of just like slides like so, I have got the rest of these books, some makeup wipes. I don't know why they're there. These books I did get for my birthday from my mum. I decided to leave them here because I knew I was moving home. But I have got all of this space to work with as well. So we're going to see how this goes. I mean, there's a lot of space in here, to be fair, more than I think. Obviously, like these top ones, I could probably do with an extra shelf or 2 in them, but I can stack books. I mean, look at the space that I've got down here. There's loads of space there, and then we've obviously got all the space here. So we're just going to have to see how it goes. I'm just going to hope for the best. Okay, so we're now on the floor. I have no idea what order I'm going to be bringing these books up in, because when I packed them up, I literally just took them off the shelves, put them into boxes, put them into bags and left. So I do want to obviously order, if anyone's curious, I order my books by genre and author. So if an author writes multiple genres, I will still choose to group over author. That kind of like always will take the cake. So for example, say Sophie Lark, she writes mafia romance, contemporary romance, and dark romance. So I will still put all my Sophie Lark books together because I'd much rather have all the authors grouped together. I think it looks so much tidier. I don't do rainbow shelves or anything like that. And I think if I did, I would be here for a whole entire week. So I'm gonna go grab the first box and we're gonna start filling these shelves, because if I don't start now, I'm gonna be here till next Tuesday. think I'm making good progress, but sometimes it's one of those things where you know it gets messier before it gets better. I'm also so out of breath. These boxes are so heavy. Books are so heavy. This is such a workout. But oh my god, look what books I found. The 50 Shades series. I mean, I have not read these in years. But yeah, these sorts of books I think I'm going to put in behind the wardrobe where my built-in shelves are. I want to have like a lot of my favourites displayed at all times because I do shut my wardrobe up because it looks tidier in this room. So these sorts of books I'm going to put behind there. But then I've also got books in here like the Hollow Boys series, which are definitely going to go on here. They are pride and place. But I am 2 bags down, 2 boxes down, and I'm starting box number 3. And I don't I don't even think I've made a dent into how many books I've got to do. But anyway, we're making good progress. I started stacking the Lord series by Chantal Tessier upright instead of going across, and I just don't know if I like the way it looks. And I feel like that's going to happen to me a lot. I'm going to stack books to try and make the most of the shelf space that I've got, and I'm not going to like the way they look. I love my books to just sort of stack that way, but I am going to have to sacrifice that because I am having to sacrifice a little bit of shelf space, so I need to be better and more efficient with what I'm doing on these shelves. I'm just not sure how it looks right now. Sometimes you can't decide until you look at a bookshelf in its completed state, once you've done every single stage of it, and then you have to stand back and really look at it. It's just such a bookish girl problem to have, but yeah, anyway. About half an hour, we are encountering some slight issues. For some reason, I keep picking up books and I want to have them on these shelves because I'm in such a habit of having all my stuff displayed. But I need to get out of that habit, because what I've realised as well is that I had no space for my Penelope Douglas books. They have got to go on this shelf 100%. So we're doing a bit of a rearrange. I'll show you what we're looking like so far. This is currently the mess that I'm in. Got books all over here too. Sometimes it has to get worse before it gets better. Now, this is what we're looking like over here. So it's slowly coming together. I did that whole entire top row as well. This is how empty this is because I'm trying to fit everything on there, and I need to have them on here. I need to put more on here. It's even bothering me that I can't display Throne of Glass, but my books, for example, so I have to put Crescent City over here because those hardbacks are so big they won't fit over there. But yeah, every time I feel like I'm making progress, I feel like I go 10 steps backwards, but we will get there. But anyway, I need to find somewhere to put the Devil's Night series. Well, I've just moved Zodiac Academy up a shelf, so I can free up a shelf to put my Penelope Douglas books. But I think I'm going to have to start putting some books on the shelving units behind my wardrobe just so I can see what I'm left with. So I'm going to go with the books, you know, the sort of books that you get, you know, the traditionally published types of books, like these ones. I mean, I don't want Leather and Lark to go on there, but I think it's going to have to. So those sort of books I'm going to start filling over on that side, because some of these books anyway, the indie published like Amazon books, are too long, are too wide to fit on there, but we'll see. I've just bought this box upstairs. I've got 2 boxes left to go. I've got this box and 1 more, and that is all of them. So I feel like I've done okay so far. The first problem I've encountered is that I've just saw Magnolia Parks on top of this box, and I need my Magnolia Parks books, the indie published ones, on this shelf somewhere, so I am going to have to rearrange, because I do definitely want those displayed. They are literally like my pride and joy, so we're going to have to do something about that. However, this box is actually mainly full of books like this. And when I say books like this, I feel like if you are subscribed to me for a while, you'll know exactly what I mean when I say this. These are not books that I tend to reach for very often. I am going to try and make a bit more of a conscious effort to read them. Like, for example, I've got this Ali Hazelwood book here. I really want to read a lot more of Ali Hazelwood's books because I loved Bride. So a lot of these books are going to go into this shelving section here, which currently looks like this. So we're doing okay. I started actually stacking these books in landscape ways because I'm missing a shelf in here. So I just thought I could stack them all the way up, because to be completely honest, this shelving section is not going to be where I go very often. I say that, but actually that's not entirely true, because there are a lot of books on here that are going to go on my TBR, like the Book of Azrael, A Darker Shade of Magic, like Reckless by Lauren Roberts. You need to get my Magnolia Parks books on there, but then I also have the shoe covers of the Magnolia Parks series, and I think I'm just going to have to bite the bullet and accept that I can't display these ones and put them in here, which is really upsetting. This is one of those times where you realise just how many books you genuinely own, and I've sat and stared at my books daily. I know how many books I own, but when you actually have to handle them individually, you start to realise. I've got a lot of thrillers in here as well. Thrillers are actually going to go on the very top shelf. So I've already decided that, just because it's free and I feel like I've kind of got some order. I've got fantasy, kind of fantasy again, and then a mix of, well, dark romance and contemporary romance. I mean, actually these need to move. These just absolutely do not fit on that shelf whatsoever, so they can go there. So yeah, there is some sort of method of madness, but all of these thriller books like Pretty Girls, The Housemaid, Verity, all those books are going to go on the top shelf. Joking. I thought I had 2 bags left, 2 boxes left, and I did 2 boxes. Then I went downstairs, I found 2 more bags for life, but the size of this bag for life, this is like a bag for life that has been exposed to radioactive emissions and is just like gigantic. I've got an extra bag for life, 2 more boxes I didn't even realise I had, and you know what I was thinking, where are my sports romances, you know, things are missing. I've got a while to go. And I genuinely thought I was kind of at the end, I just had to tidy up the rest. But anyway, we continue. Oh my goodness me, I'm just kicking books everywhere. This is getting chaotic. The size of this bag is actually a joke. Like, I don't feel like you can truly, I could, oh my God, I'm breaking the mirror. I could get in that bag and be tied up in it, and there'd be room for more probably. Can't wait till I move again and have to do this again. Right, well, at least I've found the Salacious Players Club series, because that is going to be living right in front of me here. So I'm making adjustments. I'm moving some books that were on here onto the bottom row because I've got more books than I thought I did. And I'm gonna probably need that space, but it's coming along really nicely. So we're looking. Also, look how old these Twilight books are. Actually, I don't really know if you can properly see, but the pages on this are literally yellow. These books are so old. I think they do still do these covers, but yeah. My Breaking Dawn, I don't know what I did to this when I read Breaking Dawn, but the state of this hardback is absolutely disgusting, and I'm so disappointed in 13-year-old me. one here. The only things I'm struggling to place are some of my special editions that come in slipcases. I don't really know where to place them. It's not as in order as I'd like it to be. Like, for example, I've got a shelf down here which has literally got some dark romance, taboo romance, sports romance, and thriller. So it's not the most, it's just gonna have to do because I have been at this for like 3 hours at this point. So I've got one more box here, which is literally just dark romance. I can actually remember which shelf I bought this off, like all these books came off when these were up in my old house. I know exactly what books are in here. So these are mainly dark romances. So I have got some space still on this shelf in a couple of these places, so I can fit some of these in, definitely. I just need to rearrange a few bits already, but I'll show you what's in this box. So this is what we're working with. This is how the shelves are looking. This is how these shelves are looking. And then down there, they are chock-a-block, those ones. But yeah. So I just need to get those put back on. And then I've got a sort of overflow on my bed as well of books that I haven't really been able to fit anywhere. So I'm going to try and figure out space for those. But for example, like editions like this is the Hades series by Tate James, and you can't get these books anymore. Like, I don't know if anyone remembers these editions, but I don't actually think you can get them anymore. I think they're out of print, so I want to make sure that these are in safe spaces. Basically, there are books left over. There is about, I want to say 20 books that there's just absolutely no chance I'm going to be able to fit these anywhere. I feel like I've done a really good job, to be completely honest. But yeah, there are some books that have been left over. Oh, I need to put this back. Okay, scratch that. That was literally a double copy of a book that I already had. I already have a edition of The Night She Disappeared. If that doesn't sum up how my day has gone, I don't know what will. There's a lot of books that I can't fit anywhere. I've got some hardbacks that kind of are not really belonging anywhere. Also some more here. So these are the ones I don't really know what to do with. So I think I might just pop them under my bookshelf for now. I've just got some editions of other books as well. Like Den of Vipers is just so big that it is just not going to fit anywhere. So I'm probably just going to have to go under my bookshelves for now. So I need to try and find somewhere to put these for the time being as well. I'm probably just going to put them under my bed because this bed lifts up. So I'm probably just going to put them under my bed and at least I know that they're safe as well. But yeah, I'm just going to tidy my room and put all the rest of the books away, and then I'm going to show you guys what I've come up with. I was pretty good at sticking to genre and author until maybe the last half an hour when I just ran out of steam massively, and I was like, you'll see in a minute what I mean. Okay, we are done. We are done. The time, I mean, how long did that just take me? The time is currently 20 to 3. I think I started this at like 11 or something. I think I put on my Instagram, my Bookstagram account, 4 hours ago I started. 4 hours. It doesn't feel like it's taken 4 hours actually, to be fair. But that's a very long time nevertheless. Right, so let me show you guys what I've done. Okay, so these are what the shelves are looking like. And this is what we've got. This Zodiac Academy section took up so much room, honestly. And all of those books are new to me. So Zodiac Academy has taken up precious space that I needed on my shelves. But it's amazing, so I don't regret that. Had to really stack books down there to make sure I could fit everything. This is bothering me because I've got one Tate James book on the side which is full of Karina Howell and Trisha Wolfe, but it's okay, it's gonna just have to do. Ignore those, they are for a upcoming video, which just wanted to make sure I left them out. But that's how those shelves are looking. Not the tidiest, but it's okay. And then these shelves, so these actually go behind a sliding wardrobe, so I can shut these so they're not gonna be on display all the time. And the top shelf is mainly my it's kind of like dark academia as well as thrillers, and then I've got fantasy on the next shelf. Then I've got a mixture of sort of contemporary romance, rom-coms, etc. on that shelf, and then we're coming into like a mixture of dark romance and then just spicy books and a bit of Magnolia Parks. This is where it gets really messy because I've got the whole Addicted Calloway Sisters series around dark romances, around small town romances, and around contemporary fiction, plus the Never After series by Emily McIntyre. And then down here are all the books that just really just are not my favourite and that I don't reach for and don't kind of read anymore, but I still have the books. Apart from the Crossfire series, I love that series, but it just fit well down there. So these are all going to go behind here. And then this just also shuts like that, so you can just see me in my room, ignore the tripod. So yes, there we have it. That is my books sorted. I am so hungry. I'm umming and ahhing over whether to go into town, to go to the bakery and then get Starbucks. I'm really craving matcha and I feel like I deserve a matcha after the last 4 hours of tidying. But anyway, thank you so much for watching my video, guys. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss my upcoming content, and I'll see you in my next video.